Hello everyone, my name is Owen. I'm going to be the art teacher at the Y this fall. Today I'm asking you to join me in a project. We're going to be making monster paper bag puppets. So, how we are going to do that, we're going to need a brown paper bag, some markers, acrylic paint, some construction paper, some scissors, and some glue. Alright, so I have all my materials laid out in front of me. To get started, I'm going to take my brown paper bag and I'm actually going to paint it. So when you paint it, you want to remember that this side is going to be the front. You can paint it any way that you want. You can totally get creative. But you want this side to be the front because this is where the mouth is going to be, right here. Also, when you're done painting it and you're letting it dry, since it is acrylic paint, it should dry fairly quickly. You just want it to be separated, the front and the back to be separated from each other so that they don't stick together and you can actually stick your hand in there and make it a puppet. So I'm gonna get started with that. With your paintbrush, you're gonna wanna have a larger paintbrush so it doesn't take too much time. So I'm just gonna dip into the... All right, so I took the liberty of finishing my bag off camera. And I opened it up so that the sides wouldn't stick together. You do not want to paint the sides because paper bags tend to be flimsy or really thin. So when it gets wet, it won't really fold back the way that you need it to for the puppet. And then this blank space right here is going to be for the mouth. Also off camera, I took the liberty of creating my little customizations for my bag. So I have horns. This is going to be an eyeball. I have just some decorations to go across its stomach, and then later I'm gonna cut out a tongue and I'm also gonna put that on with the mouth. So you can make yours any way you want, any color you want. I want you guys to get as creative as possible and just really have fun with it. It's all about having fun and being creative and seeing what you can come up with. It doesn't matter what the end result looks like. So we are going to get started with putting this onto the bag, but first I think I'm gonna make my tongue. So I'm gonna get my red paper. And I'm just gonna cut the tongue any way I want. I think I'm gonna make it like a snake tongue. Perfect, so there's my little tongue. And I'm gonna get my glue out. So I only have this type of glue right now. A glue stick might work better for you. If you are gonna use this type of glue, I recommend putting it on the paper and then spreading it out with a... So I have my decorations right here. I didn't really make them to size of the bag, so I'm just gonna line it up with the bag like this. And I'm gonna see where to cut it. So I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just gonna make a cut. You wanna make sure that you don't cut the bag, you cut next to the bag. So then I have this one. And if you want, you can make a cut, get it started like that, and then just take the cut off and finish it off. But now I made it to the size of the bag. All right, so now I have my decorations. So I'm gonna move on to the horns. So this part might be a little tricky for you, but you're gonna wanna make it so that the horn goes actually behind this part so that it looks like it's just sticking up. So it's gonna be like that, if you can see that. So to do that, I'm just gonna put glue right on the bottom part, like this. And I'm going to spread it out a little bit. My paintbrush. But you wanna make sure that there's enough glue on there that it'll actually stick. If you don't put enough glue, it'll just fall off. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna stick it on the other side behind, and I'm gonna press it like this. So I'm gonna do a pinch, hold. Now we're really starting to look like a monster. So we are going to take our eyeball next. That's what I want to do. So this is where you can get kind of creative. This is where you can draw your own color eye. If you wanted, you can make 2 eyeballs. It doesn't have to be 1. I just chose to go with 1. You could make eyelashes, an eyelid. You could make it have makeup. You could do anything, honestly. It's all up to your own creativity. So I'm gonna take this little white circle that I made for the eyeball, and I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna go with a blue marker and give it a blue eyeball because I have blue eyes. Perfect. So I'm done with my eye. I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna glue it just the way that I did before. For this next part, I'm going to open it up a little bit. And because I want it to be a mouth, I'm gonna actually color it in, but you could paint it, you could put paper there if you really wanted to, but I'm just gonna do a quick coloring in. My mouth is done, colored in. I'm gonna glue on my tongue, and this is gonna be the last step for my project today. But you could also add teeth if you wanted, or you could add anything that you wanted, a mustache, literally anything. If you wanted to add teeth, all you would do is just do the same thing like we did with the horns, and you would just put them on the inside of this and hang them out. But I don't wanna do teeth today, I'm just gonna do this tongue. So I'm gonna take the tongue, I'm gonna put it on the end, glue on the end. And then I'm just gonna go like that again. And do a little more. So remember, you wanna make sure that you have enough glue for it to actually be able to stick where it's going. And I'm gonna put it in like that. And then I'm actually gonna take the outer flap and I'm gonna push it down onto that, so that the pressure from all of it goes down and it actually stays glued. And then after, if you press it with this top part, you just want to make sure that you lift just the top part so that the glue, the excess glue, doesn't glue this part down. Perfect. So that is it. That is the completion of the monster puppet project. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little project. If you'd like to make more art with me, I would love for you to come and join me in my art classes. Classes are going to be starting in the beginning of November. If you'd like to look at our class list, just go to www.nmymca.org and there's a full description of every class there. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.
We can't forget our kids during Art Week. KidsWalk is back. Kids, grab your parents. They need to pay attention to this part. Parents, go to the City Arts Nashua Facebook page or the City Arts Nashua website, cityartsnashua.org, and look for clues on how you can help your artists find fun mini art kits. Take a picture of you and your mini art kit and email it to City Arts Nashua. Bonus points if you take a picture of what you created from the kit. Oh, and one more request. We know that your young artist has been busy creating during this crazy time. Send in photos or videos of your kids and their art. All that info can be found on Facebook and the website too. Check back. All submissions will be aired on Access Nashua Community Television. Have fun with this, kids, and keep creating. The world needs your art.